Bonjour, hello. Thank you all for being here. Bienvenue à la 3e conférence FARI. We're really delighted with my dear colleague and co-director Hans de Kank, Karen Bourse, to welcome each of you in this beautiful venue. It's a Brussels landmark that used to be on top of the technology at its time with studio for TV, for radio, and we hope to continue this nice tradition here. We host 40 speakers, and we will expect over 600 participants from over 20 countries today. Today's theme, AI a public good. It reflects a question that we consider essential to our mission. Artificial intelligence, data, and robotics are advancing very rapidly, and this conference is meant as a space for critical reflection. Are these technologies developing in a socially responsible, sustainable way? How can we ensure they benefit everyone, not just a select few? Together, we will examine today if AI, data, and robotics can genuinely serve the public good. Tonight, we hope also you will join us at the cocktail reception after the closing words of our Managing Director, Karen Bourse, where we can continue to also have conversations informally about this. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who made today possible, especially Innoviris, Paradigm, the Brussels Capital Region, our universities, their rectors present today, and all the services and colleagues who help us every day. We also want to thank our sponsors, exhibitors, and we want to acknowledge our really special and amazing FARI team, the students, our scientific directors, academic community, employees, and a special thank also to Laura Jousset, CZNFC, Kenneth Anhart, our lighthouses and master planners for today. So your dedication brought this event to life.
Dames en heren, mesdames, messieurs, hello everyone. As mentioned, FARI is a collaboration between the ULB and VUB. We focus on creating connections between research and local communities. This conference, but also tomorrow's Partners Day, are dedicated to building bridges. Tomorrow, we're excited to welcome many of you as well to a full day with over 14 partners designed to deepen our local impact and collaborations. We noticed that among the registrants, we have today a fourth of academic, a fourth of public sector, and a fourth of industry, and a fourth of individuals, NGOs, and foundations. And this is for us a comforting sign, again, that our goal is met, having people meet in the heart of the city to talk about our topics openly and not in silos. Today, we have the honor of welcoming several distinguished guests and speakers. We are very fortunate to have Cécile Huet, Head of Unit for Robotics and AI Innovation at the European Commission, joining us. We're also welcome His Excellency Xavier Lapère de Caban, His Excellency Martin Kothaus, and our esteemed rectors, Annemie Schaus and Jan Dakkert. I'd like to take a moment to pay homage aussi to Caroline Pauwels, our dearly missed former rector of the VUB, whose visionary leadership continues to inspire FARI commitment to social responsibility. Caroline's dedication to creating spaces for dialogue and connection remains at the heart of our work. Thank you to all our partners, exhibitors, and supporters who make this conference possible. Again, thanks to our FARI colleagues. We are also happy to announce that we got the announcement before summer of the regional and European support of FEDER-EFRO, ERDF financing. And Karen will give you more info about this later tonight. We have an amazing lineup ahead. It does not look like it right now with both me and Carl on stage, but we have a 50-50 parity among the people coming on stage today. Do not miss our keynotes, breakout sessions, and closing keynotes of Joshua Bengio, the second most cited scientist alive. Thank you, bedankt, merci.
It is my honor and pleasure to welcome Cécile Huet. She's the head of unit at the European Office and at the European Commission for the DG Connect unit. She oversees AI and robotics advancements in the EU, funding projects that promote beneficial AI development, Previously in industry and academia, she was recognized among the 25 women in robotics you need to know. Cécile, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. It's really a great honor for me to be here this morning. Good morning, everyone. So indeed, in the Commission, we really try to make the best of these technologies, and actually we funded this unit in 2004, so we just celebrated our 20th anniversary. And our goal is really to work with the community so that we can really have a strong AI, data, and robotics community in Europe. And of course, we recognize the potential of AI, and especially now that we see the potential of generative AI in Europe and for the benefit of all our citizens. And be it in the public sector, in healthcare, in addressing our societal challenges, but also we see it to boost our competitiveness in Europe. So we must really work together and make it happen in Europe. And this is part of our effort, where what we do in the Commission in our funding program is, as we compare to other countries or other places in the world, it might seem thin, but what we do with our funding, we actually pay the glue among all the different initiatives that happen in the member states by the private sector, and hopefully in managing to join forces, we will make a difference in Europe. And also the way we see AI, it's not necessarily the same as the way it is seen in other continents. So this is why also we have developed a very strong regulation to build in trust in our activities, in our development and deployment of AI. So this is very important for us to have the regulation, but also together we continue supporting the innovation, the research and the development. And we do it hands in hands. We see that as two sides of the same coin, where we have actually all the research we do, we work with the community to define the priority. And the way we do that, we have a partnership, public-private partnership, where the public part is the Commission, the private part is represented by ADRA. ADRA is an association that gather all the stakeholders in AI, data, and robotics. And if you're not yet a member, I would strongly suggest you to become a member. This is your possibility to influence the strategy and influence the funding priorities we have. And so they come up with the strategic research, innovation, and deployment agenda. And based on that, then we fund research and innovation and development. And actually what we do, which type of research are we funding? Also the one that is required to build this trust, this human-centric AI that we want to see in Europe. And the kind of project we have been funding are the ones that reinforce the accuracy, the robustness, the safety, all these keywords you also hear in the regulation. We need also a technical solution to make those systems more robust, more transparent. And also we have this environmental dimension, how to make also AI more sustainable. So all these keywords are part of our funding priorities, in addition to the support to testing and development of application in the various sectors. So we see, thanks to there is no reinforcement of this priority of AI. You see the political guidance, and the new college now is going to also give even more priority to AI. We realize that how important it is, and we see it both in the political guidance, in the mission letter, in the Draghi report, then AI will really be at the forefront. So this is, again, a call for all of us to work together and reinforce each other to be at scale and at speed. So we will really try to do that. On our side, once we saw let's say the revolution coming by generative AI, we adapted all our funding program to also put Europe really at the forefront of this development. And we have issued in January 2024 a 4 billion euro package to do two things to put Europe on the map of generative AI where we were nowhere. So we have on the one hand set up the AI factories where we will put at the disposal of the AI community, in particular startup and researchers, this wonderful HPC resources that we had and was mostly used in the past for scientific simulation, huge calculation and simulation. Now we really want to also adapt them for the needs of the AI community and providing this computing resource, which is really key for the development of AI. In addition to that, we have other measures in terms of data access. We have the European data spaces, and we are going to continue providing means to share and pool data in order to train the model, in addition to all our research, development, and deployment programs. Yes, so in addition then, so in this new political guidelines, we have a number of, let's say, action plan in the mandate. So we have, on the one hand, to implement the regulation, and this regulation wants to be innovation friendly. So we will put in place, and this is already ongoing with the code of practices, which is already, part of it is already drafted, but we want to engage with the community to implement it in an innovation-friendly way. And in addition, we have a number of measures that will accompany, especially the small companies and SMEs and startups to implement it. So there will be a number of innovation-friendly measure, support measure, regulatory sandbox, and so on to help them. In addition, we will have the Apply AI strategy that will build on the January package. In the January package, we had the second leg, which was Gen AI for You, and the goal of it was really to provide the tools and work with the industry and the public sector in order to create ecosystem, to provide them with the right tools, with the generative AI tools made in Europe. So we are gradually building these ecosystems, and again, it's a matter of pooling resource, joint forces to bring the user community, the industry, and the public sector, and bring to them the AI developers, so you guys, to really provide them with solutions and develop research and innovation projects. So we are going to spend 500 million euro in the coming years to really implement Gen AI for You, generative AI in the various sectors. So in the coming year, immediately we will have in 25 in healthcare, in security, in energy, and one important aspect in manufacturing. One important aspect is also to see how generative AI can also help robotics to stay more autonomous, more versatile, and more helpful for its users. And in our unit, this is the motto of the unit when we created it in cognitive system in 2004. The goal was to bring more intelligence into robots. And now, with generative AI, we are going to bring a new dimension to that. And we cannot afford to miss this train in Europe. So it's so essential that we bring all our experts. We are quite advanced in robotics, but we cannot, stay on our laurels, and we really need to adopt the latest technology to stay competitive, both in the industry, in our public sector, and in robotics. Moreover, there is also one point on the political guidelines, which is the creation of European AI Research Council. That shows again the importance that the Commission sees in AI and in maintaining top-level research. So there we have to build on what we have, on the richness that exists in the country. We have spent 100 million euro in building networks of excellence centers, so building on these excellence that exist in the country. So So we need to see how we are going to bring a new dimension to that. So all in all, we really need to identify as well who are these key players in Europe. We have already some knowledge, but in terms of the startup, this is changing every day. So we're going to put in place a kind of landscape, a mapping, where startup SMEs, developer will be able to identify themselves and hopefully also bring them to the European level and European visibility. So we will put that on the European AI on-demand platform, and hopefully all of you, if you are a developer, will become part of this ecosystem, and that would help really making a difference in Europe. So thank you all. I wish you a wonderful day today and very fruitful discussion. Thank you.
We want to thank you very much, Cécile, and we want to also thank a few special countries also today. France, Germany, and the Netherlands have supported also this event, and it's my pleasure now to welcome Mr. Ambassador Xavier Lapère de Cabane, French Ambassador to the Kingdom of Belgium. He's a graduate of the Paris Institute of Political Studies, and he has served as a Deputy Chief of Protocol at France's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and as Ambassador to Bulgaria, Burkina Faso, focusing on strengthening diplomatic ties. Thanks also to his team to help this event happen. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Dank u wel. Comme vous avez pu remarquer, mon parcours diplomatique ne me prédisposait pas nécessairement à devenir un expert de l'intelligence artificielle, ce que je ne suis d'ailleurs pas. Mais je suis malgré tout heureux et nous avons décidé de participer à l'ouverture de cette conférence, qui est là donc la troisième du genre, et parce que c'est devenu, et ça deviendra sans doute encore dans les années qui viennent, un événement de plus en plus important, passant de 300 personnes à peu près lors de la première année à 1300 je crois, ou 1600 cette année, et sur 2 jours en plus. Donc c'est d'autant plus important que cette rencontre témoigne de l'importance croissante de l'intelligence artificielle dans nos sociétés. Les recherches et les travaux menés par l'Institut FARI rejoignent l'engagement de la France à promouvoir une intelligence artificielle transparente, collaborative et surtout conforme aux principes et aux valeurs de notre Europe. Cette volonté française sera illustrée par un sommet qui sera organisé au mois de février prochain, sommet pour l'action sur l'intelligence artificielle, qui aura donc lieu à Paris, moment destiné à renforcer les actions internationales sur ce sujet crucial, actions internationales mais évidemment aussi européennes. Notre pays place en effet l'intelligence artificielle au cœur de sa stratégie d'avenir. La France a l'ambition de faire partie des puissances mondiales de l'intelligence artificielle, d'être dans cette nouvelle dimension de la vie humaine tout simplement, de l'économie en particulier, mais pas uniquement. Et cette ambition se concrétise par une politique soutenue depuis plusieurs années, lancée par le président de la République et qui vise à structurer un écosystème en France où l'initiative et l'innovation rencontrent l'éthique. Le programme France 2030 contribue à soutenir des initiatives qui veulent elles-mêmes établir une intelligence artificielle souveraine, éthique, durable, notamment grâce à un programme d'équipement prioritaire de recherche, donc programme qui a été lancé cette année pour renforcer la recherche en intelligence artificielle en France. L'intelligence artificielle n'est pas seulement un atout technologique, c'est aussi un levier pour relever les défis sociaux actuels, qu'il s'agisse de la santé, du climat, de l'éducation, de l'économie, etc. Je citerai comme illustration un projet de recherche intitulé « Commun démocratique », commun au pluriel, soutenu à hauteur de 6 millions d'euros par le programme France 2030 dont je parlais à l'instant. C'est une initiative française qui est menée en collaboration par le CNRS, le Centre national de la recherche scientifique français, Sciences Po Paris, donc l'université où j'ai eu la chance d'étudier il y a quelques années, à l'époque où l'intelligence n'était pas artificielle, mais peut-être n'était-elle pas non plus si naturelle que ça, et une ONG appelée make.org, qui donc ce projet vise à lancer le premier programme mondial de recherche, d'expérimentation et de mise à disposition de solutions d'intelligence artificielle générative en source ouverte et au service de la démocratie, qui est toujours notre objectif. De nombreux projets de recherche se sont structurés autour de partenariats franco-belges. Le projet TEF Hardware for Edge AI, qui a été désigné en 2022 lauréat du programme pour une Europe numérique, a pour ambition de créer une plateforme commune et de recherche afin de répondre aux demandes des industriels dans le domaine des puces embarquées. Si vous avez compris ce que j'ai dit, ce que je viens de dire, je vous serai très reconnaissant de me l'expliquer après. L'ambassade de France en Belgique contribue à soutenir les jeunes chercheurs belges désireux de développer des coopérations avec la France par le biais de bourses de recherche afin de financer des séjours scientifiques de haut niveau. Cette initiative ne vise pas seulement à soutenir des talents individuels, ce qui est évidemment un objectif en soi, mais il serait insuffisant si notre objectif n'était pas aussi, ou peut-être même d'abord, de créer des ponts solides entre laboratoires français et belges. Alors, je sais qu'entre la France et la Belgique, il n'y a pas forcément besoin de ponts, mais pour autant, il est nécessaire de créer, de renforcer des liens qui favorisent ainsi une recherche commune de plus haut niveau et qui renforcent le rôle de nos pays dans le développement de l'intelligence artificielle en Europe. Je vous invite donc à vous rapprocher des collaborateurs de l'ambassade de France qui seront présents aujourd'hui toute la journée dans notre stand afin de pouvoir discuter avec eux, échanger des idées et pouvoir trouver des pistes éventuelles de collaboration. Je vous remercie de votre attention. Je vous souhaite une excellente conférence.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. It is now my great pleasure to welcome Mr. Ambassador Martin Kothaus, German Ambassador to the Kingdom of Belgium. Mr. Ambassador Martin Kothaus promotes Belgium-Germany relations with experience in diplomacy across Ghana, Egypt, Turkey, Brazil, Nigeria, and with a focus on cultural and public diplomacy. The floor is yours.
You have heard how much I am qualified to speak about artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for mentioning Caroline Powers. She is not only missed by you, I also miss our very good cooperation. Thank you for mentioning her. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. This FARI conference, AI, a public good, is timely. And it is good that the conference is taking place in Brussels, the heart of Europe. On top of that, we are all here in the beautiful Flagey building. AI is without any doubt one of the most transformative technologies, if not the most transformative period technology of our times, capable of advancing societies, improving lives, and tackling complex challenges. However, its enormous potential also poses serious dangers. Dual use is a characteristic which is common to many modern developments and technologies, but rarely the possibilities and potential for the good and the bad side of history seem to be more difficult to foresee than with artificial intelligence. AI is obviously a potential public good, a force that should benefit all members of society. Our policies in Europe and Germany emphasize that AI must be human-centered, trustworthy, and transparent. These are not just ideals, they are essential safeguards. AI has the potential to disrupt industries and reshape economies, offering incredible business opportunities, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises in Europe. Vast data streams will change medicine, as we know. New potential drugs to fight cancers on the horizon, finding the factors that contribute to Alzheimer's disease and improve accessibility of care. In the future, it might be far easier to detect pandemics and much earlier than in the past, simply due to the sheer numbers which can be crunched by AI. And it will also be easier and faster to find cures, maybe even faster than during the COVID pandemic, which was already exceptionally fast. This benefits particular societies and ultimately humanity. At the same time, some people might benefit more from AI than others. And when AI risks to make some workers and perhaps even professions obsolete, including lawyers, knowledge workers, and creative professions, the claim that AI contributes to the common good becomes at least more controversial. AI has also the potential to open the doors to risks that we do not want to see materialized. The same mechanism and the same technology which can be used to find a cure could also be used to construct a deadly virus. The same AI which is able to construct batteries in order to help the energy transition can also be able to give you a plan on how to build a nuclear device. That is when regulation comes in. The versions of AI that is usually talked about is machine learning, which enables statistical analysis of big data and thereby automation and prediction. AI is increasingly used across all sectors, and more recently applications of large language models have raised much public interest, but also concern, for example, about replacement of jobs and about manipulation. AI can also be biased, depending on the content you feed it in with. And for us Europeans, we have to live for the fact that at this moment in time, more or less all the large foundation models are based in the US. And size matters for once. Computing power, data streams, energy, the more, the merrier, and it changes the capabilities and possibilities, sometimes in not foreseen ways. That is where we all have to work together in Europe. We will have to see what that means for the development of AI on our continent. We will have to see how to work closer together in Europe, and we'll have to see what the current developments mean for the rest of the world. We have to make sure that the whole world benefits from the possibilities of AI. The recently installed UN AI advisory aims to harness AI for the common good. Major AI companies claim that they develop AI for the common good. AI as a public good, as a public benefit, must therefore be balanced against the very real dangers that AI can pose. Starting with AI-powered surveillance systems, which, if misused, can undermine privacy and give unprecedented control over citizens' life, or, as a more pressing example, the development of autonomous weapons, the start of which we witness in the Ukraine. At the same time, the exponential development of AI presents unprecedented opportunities. In business, AI can optimize processes, create efficiencies, unlock new revenue streams. Advanced manufacturing, healthcare, energy efficiency are obviously fields where AI could change the whole equation for the better and make Europe, France and Germany and Belgium to remain competitive on the world stage. At the same time, the disruptive potential, as I said, can change entire sectors of the economy almost overnight. Due to the many possibilities and the potential how AI could develop, extensive regulation processes have been started and partly adopted. In Europe, the AI Act, which tries to harness the dangers of AI while at the same time enabling growth and development. On the UN nations level, the Global Digital Compact and the High-Level Advisory on Artificial Intelligence. The Council of Europe has agreed on a framework convention on artificial intelligence and human rights, democracy and rule of law. OECD has, as a first, already in 2019 agreed on principles on artificial intelligence and incorporated the global partnership in AI. The G7 adopted in 2023 the Hiroshima AI process, comprehensive policy framework, and many more initiatives are on the way. All these legal frameworks, initiatives, and processes aim for one single goal. AI as a public good should serve the common interest while safeguarding individual freedoms and societal values. We are effectively working to develop AI that enhances human welfare, builds economic strength, and aligns with our ethical principles. Yet, for the last time, we must not ignore the risks. Everybody who is older, who has been born before 1982, and I still remember the panic in 1999 when we all feared the Y2K bug. And this was at a time when the code of our computers was still coded by human beings. Nowadays, large parts of the code of large search algorithms are already coded by 20% by other machines. With AI, it is clear that this will in the future be 100% of machine-written code. Difficult to imagine how we can keep up the oversight and the necessary controls in order to deal in the future with such bugs as Y2K. Ladies and gentlemen, let me end with a sidekick to popular culture. Since 1984, sci-fi nerds among us know the words Cyberdyne and Skynet. I will not say 4 words with a strong German or actually Austrian accent in order to be correct here. Let us all together ensure that James Cameron's vision of what might or might not happen due to an AI going ballistic will never materialize. But to the contrary, that we harness its potential together in Europe and the world. Your conference here is a piece of the mosaic in order to ensure this, and I congratulate you to it. Thank you so very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. And now it is my great pleasure to welcome Madame la Rectrice Annemie Schoss from the Université Libre de Bruxelles. She has been specializing in public law and human rights. She has coordinated also the ULB Clinic for Rights and Liberties, has collaborated with the Global Human Rights Organization, and has over the last years also developed a true vision for AI and our university. Madame la Rectrice.
It's a pleasure to open, together with my friend Jan Dankart, rector of the VUB, this third FARI Conference. Welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear friends. Le thème de cette édition, l'intelligence artificielle, un bien public, est au cœur de nos préoccupations. Comment amener les institutions publiques et particulièrement nos universités à entrer pleinement dans l'ère de l'intelligence artificielle? Comment s'assurer que l'intelligence artificielle profite à tous et toutes, et pas seulement à ceux qui en ont les moyens, financiers ou intellectuels? Comment choisir des outils respectueux et alignés avec nos valeurs? Quelles recherches souhaitons-nous encourager? Beaucoup de questions, peut-être trop. FARI est un projet que nous avons souhaité lancer avec la VUB depuis 2019 pour répondre à toutes ces interrogations. Nous avons voulu apporter une réponse originale et concrète par la création de cet institut, espace commun ULB-VUB, au cœur de notre ville, où l'intelligence artificielle, les données et la robotique sont mises au service de la ville, au service des citoyens. Vous pouvez y faire des projets de recherche, vous former, découvrir l'intelligence artificielle, découvrir les données de la ville. Ce projet a pu voir le jour grâce au plan de relance qui touche bientôt à sa fin, suivi par le soutien du FEDER. Merci à la région, à Innoviris, à Paradigme, à l'Europe. En 3 ans, avec 20 doctorants, 6 projets pilotes, 3 projets collaboratifs, 10 projets additionnels obtenus ensuite, on peut parler d'un démarrage réussi. Mais le travail n'est pas terminé. Dans la société, les attentes envers le monde académique sont élevées. Nous devons communiquer, mener davantage de projets collaboratifs, partager notre expertise, former, nous engager, répondre aux crises, tout en maintenant une certaine neutralité. Il est essentiel de nous rapprocher des acteurs publics, locaux et des citoyens. Et pour cela, nous avons besoin de soutien. Et pour l'intelligence artificielle, c'est précisément le rôle que nous avons voulu donner à FARI. En tant que chercheuse en droit, et plus particulièrement en droits humains, je ne vous surprendrai pas en soulignant qu'il est crucial que le développement des technologies se fasse en adéquation avec le respect des droits fondamentaux, avec l'évolution de notre droit, en démocratisant la compréhension des trop et très nombreux textes complexes, que ce soit au niveau européen, au niveau national ou encore des entités fédérées. Le fait que 1000 fonctionnaires aient été formés en 1 an, en français et en néerlandais, au cœur de la ville, me rassure quant à notre volonté en tant que région, en tant qu'université, de nous mettre à niveau. Je n'oublie pas non plus les acteurs privés, en particulier les PME, souvent négligés. C'est d'ailleurs l'objectif de notre autre projet, Sustain. Pour conclure, je profite de vous faire part des décisions importantes à l'ULB. À partir de 2025, nous formerons massivement toute notre communauté universitaire. 46 000 employés et étudiants. Une équipe talentueuse a été recrutée pour mener à bien cette mission. C'est un défi immense et passionnant qui les attend. Je tiens à remercier tous les chercheurs et collaborateurs de FARI, en particulier le professeur Hugues Bersini qui s'est mobilisé sans relâche à nos côtés pour transformer une bonne intention en une véritable ressource. Je remercie évidemment aussi les co-directeurs de FARI et toutes les équipes de FARI. J'espère que les intervenants de cette journée vous inspireront. Nous avons la chance de vous compter parmi vous et entre autres de pouvoir compter sur la participation en ligne d'un des scientifiques les plus influents du monde, Yoshua Ben-Gio, en fin d'après-midi. Je vous souhaite une excellente conférence. Merci à tous et toutes.
In this daily challenge of operating and having FARI grow, we cannot do it without the support of Madame la Rectrice and also Mr. Rector of the VUB, Jan Dankart, that I have the pleasure of welcoming on stage. He's the rector of the Vrije Universiteit Brussels. He's a professor in physics and photonics, co-founded the VUB's Applied Physics Research Group. His work focuses on semiconductor laser dynamics and biological system nonlinearities. I hope I did it right. With over 100 scientific publications, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Welcome to the FARI AI, a public good, and a remark, the question mark after the work. A conference that brings together brilliant minds in order to explore how artificial intelligence can serve society today as well as tomorrow. Today, we are not only here to share ideas, but also to imagine and create a future where AI can address societal challenges and improve the lives of citizens across Europe, Brussels, Europe, and beyond. And just a small addendum to my CV, I indeed started in applied physics, but actually I'm a member of the large and interdisciplinary research group Data Lab at VUB, which is symbolic because my contribution as a rector to scientific research has become merely symbolic, but it also underlines the importance of data and AI. In de eerste plaats wil ik onze collega's en professoren van de ULB en de VUB bedanken voor hun inzet de afgelopen 4 jaar om van FARI een succesverhaal te maken. Jullie heel brede expertise en inzet, en jullie komen uit niet minder dan 5 verschillende faculteiten, leveren een onschatbare bijdrage ook aan deze bijeenkomst. En we zijn jullie zeer dankbaar. We zijn ook het Central Support Team van FARI zeer dankbaar, omdat zij hun innovatie-expertise ten dienste stellen van onze onderzoekers en projectmedewerkers uit overheden en bedrijven, zoals Annemie ook net vermeld heeft. We are particularly honored to have received in the past and in the present the support of the European Commission, whose dedication to responsible AI development has materialized in a powerful innovation program across the member states the past few years. We are looking forward to the new vision of the EU Commission on AI and will support the deployment of new work programs in research and innovation as we did in the past, at the service of the society, as a service of the common good. A special thanks goes also to the Brussels Capital Regions, government and political establishment, and more specifically the administrations, with a special appreciation towards Innoviris, who has been fostering regional innovation, and to Paradigm, which plays a key role in providing ICT support that powers our endeavors. Your collective support helps Brussels emerge as a vibrant testbed for AI-driven innovation, and we hope that there will be more ambition in the future to make Brussels the AI hub for the common good in the near future. Today's conference is more than just a chance to discuss the technical advances in AI. It's an opportunity to envision AI's role in solving real-world challenges and contributing to the public good. And there's no better place for this conversation than right here in Brussels, at the heart of Europe, the capital of Belgium, of Flanders and of the Brussels region. Brussels is perfectly positioned to become a living laboratory for AI, a city where new ideas can be tested, refined, and implemented for the benefit of all. FARI, the institution hosting us today, is committed to make Brussels a safe place for AI innovation. This is a place where academic research and practical applications intersect, enabling us to develop AI solutions that are not only cutting edge, but also ethical, inclusive, and accessible. And here we can bring together academics, policymakers, and local communities to co-design initiatives that ensure that AI serves society, respects human rights, and aligns with democratic values. De rol van FARI gaat dus verder dan onderzoek en ontwikkeling. FARI zet zich in om van het Brussels hoofdstedelijk gewest te ondersteunen in zijn digitale transformatie. Door expertise en middelen ter beschikking te stellen, kunnen we lokale overheden, bedrijven, maar ook non-profit organisaties helpen om AI in te zetten op manieren die efficiëntie, transparantie en inclusie bevorderen. Of het nu gaat over volksgezondheid, transport, milieubeheer, sociale dienstverlening. AI heeft het potentieel om positieve verandering teweeg te brengen. En door dit op een verantwoorde manier te integreren, kunnen we terzelfder tijd enkele van de meest urgente problemen van het Brussels gewest aanpakken. Together, we have an incredible opportunity to position Brussels as a model for responsible AI innovation in Europe. And this conference is one of the steps in that direction, a chance to exchange knowledge, address challenges, and inspire new ideas. I encourage you all to take full advantage of this gathering. Connect with each other, share insights, and think boldly about the future of AI at the service of society. Let's make today and tomorrow a milestone in our journey towards an AI-powered future that truly benefits for all. And I hope that after these 2 days, the question mark will become an exclamation mark. Thank you very much.
So thank you. You got a little sample of our daily life also in the FARI office, in French, in Dutch, sometimes in German, and thank you all for welcoming and doing the opening speeches.